Hi y'all, it's girl Anna, and as you can see, we're stepping back in with Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, patch 7.5, Trail to the Heavens. This is going to be our first look at the new patch. We've got a bunch of MSQ to do, and a new dungeon, a new trial, and yeah, I'm excited to see where the story is going to go. This should be the first part of the MSQ story that's going to be leading us into Evercold, so I'm super excited to see what they're going to reveal. Also, to everyone who caught the streams for FanFest, are y'all excited? I'm super excited for Evercold. I'm really looking forward to the new evolved actions. That seems super cool, and I'm excited to see what changes they're going to make to my favorite jobs. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. As always, if you enjoy the stream, please consider leaving a like, and if you want to be notified about future streams, please consider subscribing. All right, so in Fate's footsteps, let's make our way. Well, looks like we're going to solution 9. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to here. Let's see what everyone's up to. Who are we talking to for this quest? Game feels weird. 86 FPS, okay. All players disappear. What are you gonna say, Graha? Warm fairly wells can ease the sting of partings, as we come to terms with the absence not soon forgotten. To tell those we hold dear what they've meant to us, and to wish them the best, we should seize the chance whenever so we can. Yeah, because everyone should be parting their own ways to go back on their next mission after our last MSQ. Ooh, I do not like the effect that light is causing. Let's see. Yeah, it should be good. I trust you were able to get plenty of rest. Good. Thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. I must admit that my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Trino. It was heartening to see the Malala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in that levin-wracked landscape. Sphene was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt that Alexandria will provide much-needed support for their neighbor. I too shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I say we've accomplished all within our power. I suppose that just leaves the matter of preservation's research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his Dark Primal, and there's likewise much that remains unknown about the King. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bear more fruit. Can you hear me? Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you care to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Shale seems eager to speak with all of you. Come and find us in the Tural lab when you're ready. Uncanny timing indeed. Let us make for the containment complex. Yeah. Fix something. There we go. Alright. To the containment complex. We did the new 24-man earlier. My friends wanted to do it before they had to leave for work, so that's why I didn't do it on stream. But I got a new hat. Let's see. It's a good red mage hat. Heading to the containment complex, right this way. No. Aw, I miss all the puzzles we had in here. I hope there's more puzzles like that in this patch. I like having interesting things to do during MSQ.
Ah, you're just in time for a progress report. The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required. A process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected.
Oh, so they have opened portals to other places then?
The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use. Thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. We don't want this to happen again if it gets in the hands of someone nefarious.
Give me a moment.
That came out easier than expected. What do you see, Y'shtola? Y'shtola?
What?
Y'shtola?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Oh.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
It reminds me of a Zim's crystal.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azam?
Azam. Why did I say Azim? Azam.
A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
My apologies. Hello? Yes, this is Cryo speaking. That was Ojika with a message for us.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex.
Oh.
Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Is this our final goodbye?
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
Oh.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Interesting that we're gonna leave the king, but alright. Trail to the heavens. Meow. Given that preservation cannot unlock the secrets of the king, it should come as no surprise that we too struggle to understand its nature. In any event, do give Tataru my regards when you see her. I ought to mention that we also uncovered information unrelated to the king. According to Shell, certain confidential reports are now accessible via the devices in the researcher's commons and in the director's office. You might wish to peruse those files before you depart. Ooh. Courtesy of Shell's decryption efforts, previously inaccessible research objectives section is now available for your perusal. The primary research objective of Containment Complex 10-29 is the indefinite preservation of the Endless. Continued improvements to soul style and regulator functionality are intended to facilitate the Endless Fiend's management of living memory. It is via this process of iteration we endeavor to identify and resolve any and all issues inherent to the endless creation. Chief among known issues is our present inability to control the key, for if we fail to secure the reflections as an additional source of ether, our ultimate goal will remain forever out of reach. Okay. And she said in the director's office. Need a tablet. Memory duplication. It is well known that the Alexandrian royal family promulgated a number of fundamental principles governing endless research. Among these was the strict prohibition on memory duplication. However, in the wake of the storm surge, the provisional government sought to revise this prohibition and make one key exception: Queen Sphene. The decision was ultimately made to equip her endless counterpart with the Tiara variant regulator, thereby enabling the routine backup of her memories. Intriguingly, it was Master Calyx who objected most strenuously to this proposal. It was his assertion that one's corporal form, whether flesh and blood or endless construct, is nothing more than a vessel, and that as a vessel it is to be modified and experimented upon should circumstances require it. Memory, however, was sacrosanct and inviolable, the very essence of life and personhood. When Master Calyx eventually acquiesced the provisional government's request, a number of this facility's personnel duplicated their memories to verify the efficacy of the technology. Yet Master Calyx refused to even entertain the notion. To this day, he has avoided creating a single backup of his own memories, a resolution which I myself have chosen to emulate. Drink water now. Yeah. So he does not have a duplication of his memory anywhere. Hey Tams, how are you doing today? It's time to do some MSQ. I guess I could just teleport at this point. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I wonder what's going on with Tataru. Just got back from a root canal. Oof. So not really doing okay. Oh no. That sucks. I've luckily never had to have a root canal. I've had like ridiculous other issues, like I've had to have whatchamacallit? I'm thinking of the word. I had to have a graft done where like they cut off like the top of my palate and then like grafted it to my gum line over one of my teeth because I have a bad like receding gum line on one of my teeth, and that was miserable and took like forever to heal. But really the stitches were more bothersome than anything else in the process. But yeah, root canal, oof, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon, and I hope they got you on some very strong pain relief. Welcome back, and what a pleasure it is to see you too, Anna. Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. Of course, it felt prudent given how troubled Tataru was. Your concern is very much appreciated. As it so happens, we reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shell and Y'shtola have matters well in hand, leaving us free to make this trip. He said, what pain relief? Smile. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry. That is a relief to hear. Now let me fetch Tataru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you're all still fatigued from your journey. Ah yes, I'm so fatigued from using the Aetheryte to come over here installing. You're way behind on MSQ, so you'll probably catch up when you resub for the new expansion. I see. I am... I mean, the post MSQ or Dawntrail has been really good. And I enjoyed Dawntrail as well. I like Dawntrail. It was a very interesting change of pace. I liked being sitting in the background, like, you know, gripping my fist whenever anyone looked at us the wrong way. But the post main story content has been really good, and so has all the extra content. I've enjoyed Occult Crescent. I've liked 24-man. 24-man's been good. I haven't done any of the Cosmic, but I know people love the Cosmic exploration. I mean, canonically, using the Aetheryte is tiring for anyone who isn't the Warrior of Light. I mean, that's true, but we have so much ether. But yeah, I've enjoyed everything so far. I really need to step in and do Cosmic. As you can see, I still have the quest sitting there, just at like the first quest to go and start Cosmic exploration. You couldn't stand how, the changes to Summoner. Yeah, I've played through, like, I like doing hard content on healer because it keeps you incredibly busy. And then for 4-man content, I've been doing it either on Bard or Viper. Like doing Criterion Savage and Quantum and all that stuff. I was doing it on Bard, but in 4-player content, the party buffs didn't provide enough damage. So I switched to Viper so that way I could actually do decent damage and we could clear the content easier. So I know right now I'm currently, I didn't get to raid this last Savage tier. Like, a lot of our group decided to take a break for the last stage. So I'm only using crafty gear. So I've been working on, getting the tome gear so that we can, farm the newest Criterion Savage easier. Drink water now. But yeah, for in-game content, I love playing on healer just because because like doing the rotation for me is like whatever. Like having to manage and figure out how to get all the healing done in Savage content. While like still, like I still mess up a good bit on slide casting. I need to work on my slide casting more. Just, you know, high ping and all that stuff. Because I play on EU, but I'm in NA. I don't know. I like how busy playing a healer keeps me. I'm assuming tank would probably keep me busy as well. DPS, I feel is kind of the easier job to play for Savage content. Now it's been a while. Like I did Monk way back in the day, and then I did Dancer for was that Omega when Dancer came out? Or was that Red Mage? I don't remember. But I've rated on Dancer and Monk, and I feel like the most challenge I get is going with a healer for raid, because you just stay incredibly busy. Yep. And like constantly adjusting to stuff, which is, whereas when I play a DPS, I don't feel like I'm ever adjusting to the fight unless like I die and I have to get my rotation in a good spot again. We have like a really strong white mage though, so for 4-man content, I go DPS instead. Well, let's see what Tataru's got to say.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask. Welcome back.
Tataru. It's wonderful to see you again.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention.
Rumors? What rumors?
Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star.
Oh?
I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
Tertium? Hmm.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolal.
Very nice.
Thank you. But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Sir!
Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
What?
Clutium Squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Voidsent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection.
Uh-oh.
Damn it. Is that another fisher? Oh, no, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose. Come on!
Trying to listen very closely to the very subtle music happening in the background.
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you. I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
Okay, we've got our duty supports are showing up. I've been told Alphino and Alizé have withdrawn to Tertium to request aid on the front lines. They seem intent on rejoining the battle once reinforcements are ready, but I shall tell them to wait until you arrive. Let's get some... What is the new food? Okay, that's not new food, that's old food. We'll take the money. And just like that, we find ourselves faced with another emergency. Fortunately, there is yet time for us to make a difference. Let us make haste to the Tertium. I say Tertium, is it Tertium? I don't know. Oh, there's so many people over here. See, Thancred and Urianger. Ah, Anna, you made it in time.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
What are you wearing, Thancred?
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with Voidsent. As far as we can ascertain, there are two focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of Voidsent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
All right, it's now accessible. Let's see. What is Devin doing? Devin is in a... Oh, he's doing 24 man. Alright. Let's do some trust. Who do we want to bring? Always bring Alizang. Well, it looks like we don't have much of a choice.
Let's give it our all.
Yep, that looks good. All right, let's listen to some new dungeon music. Let's get all of them going. Come on, Bankred. Can handle this better.
If I may.
Oh, they're taking so long. Oh, more ants? Okay. Is there going to be more down here? Yeah.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
Grahatia just teleporting to me. Why do you keep getting hit like that?
You underestimate me!
Alright, they should be good. Oh, good, Julius.
We'll handle things from here. Take care of the fissure.
Ooh, what are you? Drink water, Neil. Ooh. Oh, I know what's going on. Where's my Toxicon? Oh, this is fun. Oh, is it looking at me? Well, I messed up. Where's my Toxicon? Yeah, why not? Let's just throw it on here. Okay, so it wasn't choosing to look at me. Little motion scanner. That's kind of fun. I like that. And a motion scanner coming. Uh-oh. I'm dead. Oh, I lived. I should have died. Yeah, that was way less damage than I thought it'd be. Very nice. Now, where's my Toxicon? Where have you gone? Where is my hotbar messed up? Let's see. There's you. Disgracia. Let's see what we got here. That'll work. You go there. You go away. A hood of aiming. Okay, so it's got a little visor. What item level is that? 765, so fortunately it's still behind because crafted is 770. So unfortunately crafted's still better than the dungeon gear. Good thing for that. Let's give this to myself. Come on, Tancred. Dot's worn off. Let's put that back on. I need to look at the map to see if they've improved the equation Dosis 3 enough. They didn't increase it, right? There we go. Here we got some friends. Got some more friends. Give Thancred some more mitt. Come on, Thancred. Trying to figure out why my hotbar is broken. I know I moved some stuff around, like copying files to like move stuff to different characters, like alts and stuff. I hadn't played on Sage in a while because we've been progging on, I've been progging on Viper. So maybe I messed something up somewhere. I'll just throw stuff on here and deal with it. Ripples of Gloom. That hurt a little bit. Okay. I mean, that's pretty cool looking. Ooh, Beyblade. Oh, please let our new ranged DPS be a yo-yo slash Beyblade user. That's what we need. Basic Vomit. I'm assuming that's a cone. Yep. You're a big guy. Are you a new enemy type? Short. Oh, there's more than one. Now we're getting Gambler. Gambler would be cool, but I don't think we're gonna get Gambler because it's already an existent job, and they said it's gonna be a 14 unique job.
I may?
But look at this. This is totally Beyblade. Look, and it's like spinning around the Bay Arena. I want to be able to like slam into it. Jose. There's another basic vomit. Gambler will be a good choice. Like, throwing cards, throwing dice. I like the idea. Like I said, yo-yos or Beyblades. That's what I want it to be. Friend of mine went to the Beyblade Championship recently. That's really cool. We were just in Japan for like 2 months, and there were so many Beyblades. There was Beyblade everywhere. It's doing really well in Japan right now. I really wanted to get some. That was almost dangerous. Apparently it was held in a Demon Hems converted into a skate park called Shrednums. That's pretty cool. Yep. I'm gonna look into, oh, we got some shoes. Some shoes. Okay. Those aren't bad little boots. I like the how good of a job they did to make this path look rough and uneven. Like, some of it is the actual floor, some of it is just the texture and bump map they're using, but they did a real good job on this. Little booties. Is it bad that like I see stuff like this and I'm like, oh, this is this is nice. This is a good improvement. Because this looks like a rough trail that shouldn't be here. Or, you know what I mean? Drink water, Neil. Yeah. So I got a message on Discord. Ah, okay. All right, Thancred, I believe in you. Let's throw some dots on these guys. Yeah, they did a really good job on this map. I like it. Come on, guys. No, I didn't want Toxicon. Yeah, I need to fix my hotbars. There's some cool looking mobs though. Like, are these really void sent? Because you see like they've got like these light tethers connecting all the armor together. It says they're scrap gargoyle, scrap bibos. You know what I mean? Like, are these void sent? Because they look like... They look like Magitech. And you heard the alarm when that opened. Oh, are we about to get sucked up into a tube? Piety materia. We zoom in. We zoom in. Alright. What we got up here? Something tells me that wasn't designed for people. Yeah, I don't think it was, Thancred. Oh, look at those guys down there. Are we gonna get to fight them? Oh. Thancred, how do you not have aggro on these guys? Oh, I like that they threw void set in random spots. There we go. Got that aggro thing, Fred. It hurts. Also, my controller's got like some stick drift. I've been doing everything I can maintenance-wise to try and fix it. Aside from, I haven't taken the controller apart yet. But I might need to replace it. I have extras that I could switch to one until then. Alright, what's this final boss? That's a huge rift. I like this arena now. Okay, so we got a Spider Puppet Master, the Master Manipulator, Malphus. Okay, are we getting a Beyblade or are we getting a Puppet Master? Puppet Master I know is a job that exists already, but we have a Beyblade followed by a Puppet Master. So I'm expecting a yo-yo or a top, something we throw and control with a string. Because, you know, aside from Beyblades, like there's the idea of like the old Japanese, or a lot of people have those old tops actually, where you would throw it out and then you could use a stick and a rope to keep making it spin, or just launching it from a stick and rope to begin with. There's also a 14, or not 14, Final Fantasy has taming rods, which, or what's her name, Vanille in 13 had a taming rods that had ropes on them, and she specifically did have a yo-yo weapon, or a rod that had yo-yos on it. And a lot of stuff for the expansion, in my opinion, aside from the Norse theming, is very 13 related, and 13 also has a lot of like Norse stuff going on. So yeah, I'm expecting a lot of 13 references, and maybe we're gonna get a yo-yo puppet. They're probably gonna change the name, maybe to Mammoteer or something. But the fact that we're fighting a Puppet Master after a Beyblade boss, or at least I'm assuming this mob is a Puppet Master, or this boss rather. Ooh, the thoughts. All right, Malphas.
Welcome to my domain, mortals.
Very Diablo-esque boss as well. Rubbish disposal. Ow, that kind of hurt. Void Dark. I'm definitely having some issues with this controller, which is why I quickly made those macros. Puppet strings. They're gonna spin. There's a big one. Is he gonna do a cone? Yes. I guessed correctly. Yeah, why not? Get some big shields going. Another rubbish disposal. Panheimer should cover us there. Oh no, I'm gonna get hit. Oof. Alright, so let's see. On the other hand, double shield combat would mesh well with Yoshi P's shirt, and that's what they're going for the new tank. String up. Let's keep moving. Yes. Making a lot of accurate guesses. So I've got a few takes from Yoshi P's shirt. So I can't properly pronounce his name or spell it, but Ritalin or whatever his name is, right? His name in Rogaden is like the right hand of justice, or the left hand of justice is kind of what it translates to. Okay, where's the cone guy going? You're going over there. Oh, Void Dark. So that makes me think of Valkyrie and going with like a shield and spear, since we're looking at a, you know, obviously a more shieldy main tanky character. And I think that'd be an interesting take weapon-wise. My next guess is leaning into the dual shields. I really like the idea of the dual shields. During FanFest, when he was asking people what they liked, he said people called it. I know people mentioned Sword and Shield. People also mentioned Yo-Yo. But I would like the idea of, yes, dual shields, but dual shields with either cannons or like pile drivers in them. Like, oh, I'm getting hit. That's gonna hurt. Think like Big O, right? Big O has giant shields on his arms, and he has like the pile driver fist weapons. So I would like that a lot. Another interesting take is the shirt says "Guess who's back," which makes me think of M&M's without me. So we could be getting a singer orator type of job, but that would be more for the range DPS if we didn't go the yo-yo route. So it could be like a huge bait like that. I don't know who else. Oh, okay. But if we're going on to the tank side, right? So guess who's back? Shady's back. Shady is Marshall Mathers. Marshall is usually a tanky type job in D&D. Like, Marshall was a leading job back in 3.5 in the Miniatures Handbook. In 4th edition, Marshall was a like subclass of the Warlord, which the Warlord filled the role of a tank / leader in your D&D group. So we could have Marshall as the tank and be either double shield or, you know, a shield and a spear, or a shield and a standard, right? So that was my reach on Guess Who Back referencing Eminem. Those are my two guesses there. Otherwise, Valkyrie. Marshall's usually been a support angling fighter type, yeah. But in Marshall is usually, yeah, it's usually a buffer support, usually allows your allies to do extra moves, but they've generally been able to wear heavy shields and armor, especially in the 4th edition reincarnation under Warlord. And Warlord had a lot of tank or off-tank abilities. Because 4th edition actually had proper tanks and tank abilities. 5th edition's got a little bit of that. But 4th edition was real heavy into giving proper tank abilities to your tanks. Yeah, but that's just a thought. Warlord is still a leader. Yeah. But it was still a leader, but it's also tanky. But also we're also talking about a main tank. Your main tank would also be a leader. Yeah. I'm just reaching. I want to make the Eminem reference work. Otherwise, yeah, I'm like I said, dual shield with like something cool going on there, either guns or going a more Magitech route. A Magitech user would also be good, especially with them having this Puppet Master class that was just controlling, you know, Magitech. I would like a Magitech based tank. I think that'd be cool. Drink water, Neil. Yeah. Magitech tank equals gunbreaker. Yeah, I agree with that. I meant more Magitech. Like, actually having a Magitech that you can control, or because yeah, the gun blades. But Gunblade's still like is gun like, I know they took the swords to make their own swords, right? But I don't think of Gunblade as being super Magitech-y. Like, you see my character moving, right? When my character moves left like that, that is not me. That is my controller. I need to fix it. Because, like, they have their Aether bullets and everything. But they're not, like, pulling out a giant Magitech shield. Like, their shields are from their Aether bullets. Pray Magitech Skirt of Healing. That is a very basic, lame skirt. Okay. What are you doing? You're weird. Curious how Bella's gonna handle this boss. Care to join my horde? You'd make such fine minions. Yeah.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over.
Julius, don't say stuff like that.
I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
They don't tell me they're planning to kill off Julius. Home?
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Wait. If you do that, I will be trapped here.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate?
Why would he want to go back to the void is my question.
You want to go back? To the Void? Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot yet bear to part with the void. If only the winds would blow there, as they do here. I long to return, to see my home unsullied, as it once was.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the Void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the Void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the Void, I'm sure of it.
His form is imbued with the will of all those I consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Interesting that they left without causing any more harm, and they closed the rift.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh,
You half expecting him to be lying? Yeah, the manipulator, right? I was assuming he was going to throw a web out or a string and catch Julius and pull him into the Void.
Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Or Julius becoming a Reaper.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
That was a good dungeon. All right, let's see. How long has my stream been going? Hour and a half. Let me take a short break and then we'll continue with MSQ. And we're back. Hope y'all took the time to get up and stretch and get some water. Speaking of, drink water now. Alright, let's continue. Reports have been trickling in. By all accounts, the Ilzabor contingent was successful in containing the threat on their front. For Void sent to attack in such numbers, just as we are finding our feet, I dare imagine the consequences had you not provided such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you. Thank you all. Let's get some... I don't want any of this. Let's take the skill speed. You may now enter with your trust. Yep.
The Ilzabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being. Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald.
Oh?
Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open.
Oh? Uh-oh.
A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
The moon? Uh-oh.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift.
And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry.
Let us make for Bestway's burrow. I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
Alphino, Alize, please do what you must to keep our world safe.
We'll be back before you know it.
To the moon.
A quick word, if you will. I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her?
Is it an apple?
Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void.
Aww.
She likes dumplings.
Oh, I want dumplings now. Want some I want some Yoshinoya. I miss Japan food so much. Oh, it's Mapping Way.
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporrits too are beset with void scent.
sweet relief it is to see you all. Yes, Voidsend. And lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the Void Gate seems to have partially opened. Living May dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion. But she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
Oh no.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
Quest accepted. Okay, at least it put us out here already. Oof, come on. Oh, stop. Controller, please. Oh, my controller. Even more of them. Oh, controller, calm down, please. Controller, please. Oh, calm down. Yeah, I need to, this started when I was playing Windrose. Yeah, I'm gonna need to swap out my controller after this. My valiant savior, I was so frightened I dared not to move an elm. Are you looking for Living Way? I saw her heading southwest towards the Drowning Brand. She has several slaughter bots in tow, but I worry they won't be enough for all the void scent. You better hurry. Yeah, I've done my best to clean under the stick, but it hasn't done anything to help. My next course of action would be to factory reset it and update the firmware and see if maybe that helps, but may take the time to do that.
Danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue. Aetherius is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberite to ever live. I can practically taste the praise. Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void scent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the Void Gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through. I don't foresee any major problems. There's some dangerous words you speak in. Oh, nope. We're doomed.
We're doomed.
There you are.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
You brought the key?
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Golbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring.
Oh.
By the 12.
Oh, the gift of ethos? Okay, are we... We're just forcing open our own gate? The Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge, the Bifrost?
The head in your way!
Let them go.
Well, that's a lot of void set. It's Zero. So like her more as a Reaper.
What are you doing here?
A visit felt long overdue.
Only you could be so carefree amidst all this. May as well make yourself useful.
Oh, yeah?
The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting target.
Ooh. Tentacles.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean. They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
Enuo? Yeah, leave it to me.
Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach.
Oh? There we go.
Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield. Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
There's my edgy Zero. They got this under control. Time to summon our friends.
Who dares face me? A mere mortal. Hast thou come in search of power? Renown?
Nah.
I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. The unmaking is now accessible. Oh, this music's good. Let's drop into the live stream channel. Is Devin available? Yeah. Oh. Meow. to use your... Yep, you're there. You ready, ready to get into this trial?
I am ready.
Alright. The Unmaking. Music's good so far, and I like this zone that he's pulled us into.
I think it's good fight.
Good fight? I'm excited.
Yeah.
So, job, guessing jobs for Evercold. The dungeon had a Beyblade monster.
Yes.
And a Puppet Master monster. So
I still think it's going to be a giant slingshot and land spear.
Land spear?
Yeah, with a big shield.
I also like a giant boomerang.
Yeah, it's also interesting. But for now, I think more like a giant slingshot. Like this one.
Or go all in on Beyblade. Give us Beyblade.
I would love Beyblade. I just don't think it will be a Beyblade.
Well, looks like we got dual sages. I've had bad luck with that. Having double shield healer.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark.
Not grows. What are you doing? Okay, so you made your thing grow into an alien.
Void's power is mine to wield.
Not wakes.
Perish.
Not grows. Okay.
Be still.
Gaze of the Void. Oh, that goes fast. That goes fast. We have a deep freeze.
Accept your downfall.
Those look like they're gonna chase. Yeah. Meltdown.
Doth the yawning rift not
Vacuum. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Mirroring again.
consumes. Naught will endure. Neither past nor future.
Oh, please have the damage happen before Hollow swears off. There's no damage. Ooh, we got lots of friends.
the darkness. Let the light guide you.
You must break free.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with NOO.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Light, protect us.
I will not yield my domain!
Oh. That's pretty hype.
Power of the void.
Devin, why can't your wings do that? Thunder damage. Oh, I like that they're just here with us fighting.
The void shall never cease to be.
Oh my gosh.
My power is absolute.
That was pretty cool. Vacuum's growing number.
The void's power is mine to wield. Thus did all boundaries cease to be. Behold the truth of this world!
What's that LP?
Accept your downfall.
Oh no. Oh, my controller.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still.
I'm getting hit.
Perish.
Little meteor rain.
We did it.
We did it.
They must be sealed away.
My controller keeps making me do silly things. You looking out of here, Devin? I got a com.
I got 2 comms.
Nice.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more Void Scent from passing through the gate?
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Alas, voids that have been emerging from fissures across the source. We noticed any abnormalities in the void.
Nothing comes to mind. Why'd you ask? So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
What of Radzatan and Garlemald?
Gotta give Zero her dumplings.
Eulus took mercy upon the interloper. Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state. And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
does it reveal itself to me? Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
Now seems like an opportune time to give Zero the parcel Euless prepared for her. Ah, yeah, her buttons. I need to look at what the key item says. A paper parcel full of still warm dumplings packed with care by Euless. How are they still warm?
Magic.
Magic. Something for me? Here you go, Zero. That smell? Food, is it? Ah, I recall Euless speaking of the dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel and the fond memories. There's more than enough to share with Golbez. Now that he forgoes the ether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the sustenance. I sometimes wonder what the Void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more, whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption. A heartening thought, if nothing else. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon darkness in some time. In truth, I find light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who care to join our cause. Although we returned to the Red Moon after sensing Anuo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to speak me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Anuo defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. Good. We'll wait for you by the crater. Interesting that only we can see the gate.
Well, based on the trailer, we could travel with multiple people, so
yeah,
maybe it's something we figure out later.
I mean, we still were able to use the crystal to call in our support.
True, but it's a different kind of magic.
Yeah. There's a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. I used it to travel to the surface in days long past, though I seldom had need once my generals were in place. Igrim herself crafted the device that I might lay low the Servant of Light. Ironic how that we now use it to seek to restore light to the world. Forgive my idle reminiscences. 'Tis time we make our descent. Yeah. Passage to the Red Moon. The teleporter doesn't look like a teleporter. It looks like a giant void set that we ride on. Though it was not always so, many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we may require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the residual aether from Barbicia's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. Right, we had best prepare for our potential guest. Join me in my abode when you're ready. I did not expect to come here for this story patch. And then, like, are we stealing Zero's clothes when we travel? Like, in the Evercold trailer?
Hey.
I imagine you remember these, the transmitters we used to receive light from the first. If memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the crystal tower. Using the tower's cross-rift travel capabilities, light is then conveyed into the 13th into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Alright. Don't make me do a jumping puzzle with my controller being wonky.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Cool if they're like creating a crystal tower here. Oh, he came here pretty quick.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible?
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
Waiting for Zero to eat her dumplings. Would seem Ulysses' intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. You will not be able to friendly return to Zero's domain. Are you certain you wish to leave? Yeah. Then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell.
Would you deliver a message to Eulus for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
All right, we're talking about the barriers between the worlds becoming thinner. And a bunch of talk about if only, we could join together and aid each other. This is all talk to lead us to... It's funny because it's almost like a rejoining that they're speaking of, but maybe just not such a destructive one.
Who knows?
Who knows? And then obviously when Azim was speaking to us before activating the key.
Yeah, I think it was Azim as well.
Yeah.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Curious what it looks like when we open up. Or do we just appear? No, we're just there.
Wait. Is that...
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
I assume Y'shtola would have an idea of what happened. She saw it.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
Oh. What are you doing here?
And who might you be? Not her Void-sent, I'd wager.
Greetings.
She has green horns. Oh, there it is.
I am Helmarut of the Ascians.
Helmarut.
We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms? I wish only to talk. Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Helmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
Are they going to turn him into a good guy? I don't know. It's going to take a lot for me to give Calyx the benefit of the doubt. It'll take a long time.
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients. As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia.
Oh, that's an interesting way to show the divisions. Or the reflections, rather.
And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole, and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. to a quiet and peaceful time, long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiac. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost, yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Oh.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable!
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one.
So, either rejoin or everything is gone. Okay.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
Oh, that's a really good shot. What's that doing here?
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Wait!
Wait, so does Meteor take on Xenos to be? That'd be funny. The reason we're Reaper in the next expansion is to take on Xenos as our servant. There you are. One moment you are standing before me, and the next you vanished into thin air. Thanks to you all, the Voidsent have been eradicated, and the gate lies sealed once more. There have been nary a peep from the crater. Though, I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? Yeah, a lot happened, Living Wang. The star seeks to become whole, but that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Hyland made no mention of a natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain. But not before thanking you for dispatching the Voidsent so handily. You well and truly saved the day. Yeah, say about this, Alizane. Hamura can't be speaking the truth, can she? Yes, I used a lot. Though I'm tempted to dismiss a preemptive rejoining as an utterly absurd solution, her words are not to be taken lightly. The implications of the solstice and the winter schemes, as well as our approach moving forward, will take some time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. And by we, I mean all our fellow Scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tataru and the others would be happy to meet us there. A fine idea. In many ways, our return is long overdue. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections. Tis settled then, to the Rising Stones. Bringing everyone together. It's been a while. Pray return to the Rising Stones. Calm down, controller. Is there anyone else here? Everything has changed since we last gathered here. No doubt Tataru is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Speaking of whom, she and a great many of her comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a little longer. Is Boulder gonna be here? Haven't seen Boulder in a while.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here.
Back.
Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only. Thereafter, we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Apologies for our delay.
It's horrible, eh?
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with. But we're working on it.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savour our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments. Will you apprise us of the details?
A lot to catch these guys up on.
The Winterers and the solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Voidsent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the source and the reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do?
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Vanar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. I don't think she had any way of knowing, or I think she knew and chose to trust in us.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
So many people to talk to. I'm going to talk to Hori Boulder first. Aina and I were training in Gridania when Voidsent attacked the 12 Split. Thankfully, we were able to fend them off with the help of the Twin Adders. When I heard the invasion had already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other Scions. That's why Tatari was so quickly apprised. Thanks to you, we were able to make haste for Garlemald. While the circumstance and duty may keep us apart, we remain bound by common purpose. Indeed, may that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again. That was Ochre Boulder. And we talked to Hori Boulder. Now I'm curious, I don't know if MSQ is going to send us over there, or if they made changes to other stuff. But I read in the patch notes that the Shroud had some enemies added to it and had to adjust things because of it.
Make sure to talk to the sisters as well.
Oh, of course. I always gotta talk to them. Colin and I remained in Corvus to monitor the situation among the Garleans and the Corvosi. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled and we were able to return. I understand the Garlean community has made great strides in improving relations with other people. Upon hearing that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issues in Corvus. Then perhaps you'd like to hear more about the Garleans' accomplishments from me and the twins. It might stoke that fire even hotter. Okay. I helped repel the Voidsent incursion in Lapis Manalis. Fighting off fiend-controlled Galate is something I won't rush till you live, but it was nonetheless good training. The latest development is indeed a shock, but I'm heartened to see not a single face clouded with despair. Where is my archer lady? Where is she? That's who I want to talk to. Ainur. The brothers are reunited, yet a distance between them persists. How cruel fate has forced me to choose. Alright, what do you gotta say, Clements? Oh, Ainur, I hoped you had come to your senses, but I see you're still in the throes of withdrawal. Don't worry about me. You've got plenty to discuss with all these old faces. Yeah. Alright. Judging by your guise, Clement, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Charlian astrology. At one point, I considered exploring the healing arts, but I decided to persevere with more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think I'd be much use on a battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target, so it's really bereft of brotherly ministrations as I am. I knew you still required constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. It makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. After Oriange and I went off on our own, we decided to spend some time exploring Tural. We have never had a chance to visit during the Rite of Succession, you see. We journeyed east through Lozenhida, but before heading up to the coast to the frigid northern reaches, where they revere a storied beast of the sea, the excursion only served to reinforce just truly how diverse Tural is. I put all those words in the wrong order. heading up the coast to the frigid northern reaches, where they revere a storied beast of the sea. I see, I see. We also met with the Wallaching, though they had not the time to study their arts at length. We were privy to several intriguing demonstrations. Would that we could have indulged our curiosity further and traveled to yet more distant lands. For better or worse, pragmatism tempered our wanderlust. Suffice it to say, we still have plenty to see of the continent. I should very much like to return given the chance. Okay. Drink water, Neil. It was by no means an easy decision, but as the solstice is now our paramount concern, Alize and I have opted to formally withdraw from all our efforts in Garlemald. After all, anything we can do to protect our world will also serve to keep the Garleans safe. Euless and his comrades are already working towards the brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It is so difficult to see the path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed, in the meantime, let us prepare a letter for Euless and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hand. Alright, Tataru, what you gotta say? It seems that everyone has much and more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're overdue for a proper break. The peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite. And as that is the end, seems like it.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential.
Really? What are you doing here?
You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth.
The fourth?
A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
That sounds exciting. Why tell me where you're going?
I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more.
Okay, look, stop. You can't just do stuff like this and think it's gonna redeem you. You're gonna need to do a lot to get any redemption from me.
Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so?
No.
You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world, fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
These cutscenes didn't do well with that. My bangs. Like, my eyes are essentially covered for almost every cutscene in this quest line. If shattered stars are doomed to mend, hell turns the key to winter's end. Oh, just one line. Okay. All right. Well, there we go. Does Anor have something more to say now? Looks like there's a lull in the conversation. This is my chance. Anor, at least feign a little interest in your sister. This session has gone too far. I want to let Euless know that you met with Zero. I'm sure he'll wish to hear she's faring well. I mean, I could. Let's go see if he's there to talk to. The controller constantly trying to drive my character left makes my camera movement so erratic. Where's Euless at?
It's near the crystal.
Is he? I ran past him?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see him. So you met with Zero? Honestly, once I gave you the dumplings, I realized it was a silly request. After all, there was no guarantee you'd see her. I'm glad you did, of course. Let's hope the day comes when such treats are commonplace in the void. Aw. Alright, so that is good to go. So that means I can go back to the FC house. And I believe that finishes up everything for this patch, because we already did 24-man. Let's see, where's the patch notes? Patch notes. Playable content. In Fate's Footsteps, that's MSQ. Chronicle of New Air, that's Echoes of Vana'diel, we've done that. The Winged Spirit Cometh. Okay, that's the quest to get all the wings from defeating all the boss. So really the only thing I have left to unlock is whatchamacallit? Words. I can do them.
You can do it, Anna.
I can do it. I need to unlock Extreme for the trial. That's it. That was the thing.
Good job.
A requirement for certain quests has been changed from any Disciple of Magic or War to any Disciple of Magic of any Disciple of War or Magic, excluding limited jobs. Yeah, because they're making a change to Allied Society quest. The prerequisite for Go West Craftsman has been changed to Inscrutable Taste. Okay, so they changed a bunch of crafting quests, it seems. Custom delivery, certain things have been changed. It's interesting that they changed the text regarding what are tomes of folklore and moved it to a separate option. Rewards for Loboskin treasure maps, Brexskin treasure maps, and Gargantuskin treasure maps have been adjusted. New voyages for the submarine. Housing furnishing. I didn't walk inside the yeah, I didn't go inside the house to see if things have changed. In conjunction with the increase of furnishing placement limits, the number of light sources in houses able to cast shadows and other moving objects has been lowered to reduce system stress on the PS4. Yeah, have we looked inside our house to see if anything's disappeared?
Nothing disappeared in my house, but I haven't checked the FC house yet.
Yeah. Most part, this seems fine. To be fair, it's probably going to be the basement that has the most change, maybe?
Yeah, it seems fine so far. At least at my end.
Yeah, we didn't really use too much in the FC house.
We have also plenty of walls, so might be hidden.
True. Because does our upstairs exist, or did we shut that off?
Shut it off. What? With redesigning the house, we all might actually add something here.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so we got one bookshelf. Like there's two things that clip through on this side, and that's for the little nook on the first floor. Let me through. There we go. Then on this side, there we go. Just these partitions.
And these things.
I think those are the lights above the bar.
Yeah.
Well, the lights are still there. The partitions are there.
But those just the dancing poles?
You know what? I don't know. That'd be funny if they are dancing poles that we slapped lights on. But yeah, the nook looks fine.
Yeah, those are the dance poles.
That's pretty funny. All right, well, that brings me to a good spot to go in and end stream then. Thank you for helping me out with the trial.
Yeah, no problem.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to... we got a while before the next story patch. What, September? I think is the next story patch.
Yeah. Over 4 months.
Yeah. I don't think there was anything else that was added. Like, we got new cards. They added a new voice to Mahjong. More duty support.
Some people might have the item from the Gold Saucer for free because of a bug. Or if you check your fashion accessories, it might be there.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, check my fashion accessories?
Yeah. You might have an extra item, supposedly. I didn't get it, so...
I have a Corvosi parasol, but I think I got that from something else.
It should be a backpack.
Oh, is it the Pelu pack or the knapsack?
No, it should be something with a face.
I do not have something with a face.
Then we are one of the unlucky ones.
Yeah, got the Pelu pack. Let's see what else is going on. They added the thing for the chocobo, so now they the summoning animation of your chocobo now depends on the rank of your companion. New reactions will be added based on the rank of your companion for the pet or poke emotes. And they have a new out of combat idle animation. Okay. Problem is like we're pretty much everyone I know is gonna have the same rank now, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna check my trigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna come with you. Summon yours. Oh, he's so big.
It's a summon animation, yeah?
Yeah. So, summon.
Oh.
Yeah, I do like the jump now.
A little hard.
So if I poke you... Oh, you saw that? Ruffles their feathers. That quick jump. Oh, there's multiple.
Only you see the heart, by the way.
Oh, really?
See it. Yeah.
Okay, I've gotten 3 different animations from poking.
Wait. It only showed the heart once.
Yeah.
Afterwards it didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I've gotten 3 different animations from poking. So let me pet. See, I see when you pet. Oh, I got the heart. They close their eyes. And gives a contented quack.
Oh yeah. It's one of the animations.
Yeah, so we have all of them because we're max rank, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
Moogle A-Train gathering in Yaktel.
Should also be an idle.
Yeah, they said it's it says after a set amount of time has elapsed. So that's the best thing to do is just sit.
Christians. Might as well sit myself.
I mean, it's looking around. I think it normally did that anyway.
It usually looks at you, I think, instead of looking at
scratching.
That's something.
Yeah. Doing some chicken stuff. Oh, yours whistled. So mine scratched the ground and shook its wings. Yours whistled.
So she is judging me right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I see this one.
Oh, we both got the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that we're so excited for something.
Oh, I'm super excited.
I want to use my chocobo for more stuff. Like, I keep pumpkins on me. Because it makes their healing better. The funny thing is, I went so long with I never dyed my chocobo. And then when I got this armor set, I was like, you know what? I'll do it.
I actually tried for black, but I fell in love when it turned red for some reason.
Yeah. I think I'm more of in a purple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where you see that at. But, yeah, I'm current purple.
Yeah, I am. Dalamud red.
Dalamud red, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, my chocobo's purple. Looks so skinny without all your armor on, buddy.
And appearance. Here you go.
Oh, the wheels? What's that from?
I think it's from the shop. Neza.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So.
The wolf barding. I think I like the Allegan. The wild rose barding. Pilgrim, Starlight, Post-Moogle. Oh, what was I using? That's the Levin barding. I was using the one with all the... I was using Hive barding for the longest because it reminds me of Blade Liger from Zoids. Yeah, it was this. This is the one I used for a really long time. Then I switched to... Oh, was it Innocence or Diamond? I think it was Innocence. No. Who uses Innocence? I think viewers uses Innocence. It's Ruby.
I think so.
Oh, the Ruby Barding's pretty good. Oh, we got a friend here. True Light, Diamond, Ocean, Eternal Darkness. Here's my Electro Barding. Put all that back on. I wonder if they were here just passing through for the A rank. Might have to use my chocobo more.
Yeah, these work.
Alright.
Wait, let me try something else. Where's your chocobo? Oh, there. Okay, it doesn't work if I do it.
Yeah. I just tried poking yours and it didn't work. I didn't see that one earlier. There's a couple. Like, yeah, I don't remember that one.
Is it petting or poking?
Poking. There it is.
Now it does.
Alright. Now we're at a good stopping spot for the stream. Thank you for helping out and joining. Look forward to doing some more grind content with you until next patch.
Yeah.
Yep.
We sure will.
Yep. And as always, if y'all enjoyed the stream, please consider leaving a like. And if y'all want to be notified about future streams, please consider subscribing. I hope I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye now.
Later.